There you go. Hey, welcome to Mayhem's Amigos Surprise Edition, July 3rd, 2024. Day before Independence Day. And after that debacle, the absolute disaster of a presidential debate, we had to do a show. Not to mention, dude, you ain't going to believe what happened to me today.
What happened?
You're not gonna believe it, right? All right. So I when Riley's down here, when my son is here, I'm single dad, right? I mean, like, that's my job. I am single dad. That is first job. So the place I work, they decided to tell me that I was in a rock and a hard place. I had nowhere else to turn, no other choice, right? And I decide, look, I got to be at work. Even though it's a holiday weekend, I got to be at work, and I bring my son with me to work, right?
Yeah.
They sent me home.
Why?
Because he was there.
What trucker hasn't taken their son to work with them?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, I take him to work, and they're like, no, you can't have him here. You can put him in there at the place that only allows people 18 and over without an adult supervision. You can put him in there. And I'm like, no, I can't. No. They will take my kid away for neglect. No.
Either that or he'll end up back in some college girl's dorm room.
Well, I'd be okay with that. I'm sure he would too.
Where'd he go? He's at the sorority house. Oh, shit.
I mean, that's just me being a good dad. If he's going to go to a sorority house and get a very good education, I'm just being a good father at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Check out the sorority house. You might find some things in there that you will really like in the future.
Exactly.
Of course, he really likes those things now.
That's fine. At least you know he's got his head on straight.
Right. I mean, so they send me home. So I go online and I'm like, okay, I can work from remote. I'm here. I've got my email up. I've got everything up that I need to work from home. No, I don't get shit all day. Nothing. Right? Nothing. I'm going, okay, I could have done a lot from here in a matter of a couple of hours. So what was my work day today? Watching the new Beverly Hills Cop.
The Axel F?
Yes.
Oh, right on.
It dropped
You're one
today.
Of
it was
people
great.
I know that are watching that today.
Dude, it was great.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. A little bit of Memphis Mayfire. Somebody here on AsgardRadio.com. And yeah, I'm over here chilling with TJ, chatting on the Mayhem's Amigos channel.
What's happening, everybody?
I also had some bad flour in there, shined. Hey, wait, do that again.
What's up?
Okay, no, I thought it was actually picking you up through the.
I thought maybe you were picking me up. What happened?
I'm running this. I'm not running this through the soundboard that I run Asgard on.
Oh, okay.
I could do that, and it would pick you up on the soundboard, but then I'd have to try to hear you and music at the same time in the same.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Speaker. So I'd rather have TJ over on this speaker,
right,
and then
right.
this.
You're
in the
gonna hide
background,
me
so I know
over here in the
doing.
closet, like, oh, I'm ashamed of TJ.
Yep, exactly. I'm hiding TJ in the closet. You heard that right, ladies and
gentlemen. You're gonna stash me over here because I might have some talent. So you're gonna put me over here because you're afraid of that. And you're gonna just do your show.
I have never said that. I'm still waiting for you to get your shit together and come aboard.
Dude, I am so buried. I am so buried right now on everything I've got to get done. Right. I really am.
But I got just a few more songs over here on Asgard before we swap over to Germany for Johnny Chadwick doing Wacky Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's been a blast hanging out with you guys on Whiskey and Weed Wednesday. where we sit
Hey,
here
where's
and
Naked
smoke weed
Titty
and-
Wednesday? When does that happen?
Hey, see, that's how I know you don't even fucking listen to the show, dude, because at the very beginning of the show, the first 10 minutes, I straight up said, I am sitting here eating Reese's peanut butter cups, smoking weed, and looking at titties.
Well, you look at. I don't see any titties.
And,
You got
and,
to see
and,
the titty.
and DJ wasn't there for it, so
Right.
what can I say? Here's
What?
falling in
I
reverse.
can't be blamed for me not seeing titties.
Here's Fallen in Reverse's take on Papa Roach's Last Resort, slowing it down for just a little bit here on Asgard.
This is my last resort.
I got one more song after this, and it's actually a dedication to the person that originally sings the song.
Oh, there you go.
If you guys, well, I really don't, I really don't talk too much about some of the people I know and some of the people I have in my phone book, but Giovanni Yanez actually is one of them, and
cool.
He's currently Giovanni and the Hired Guns, and he's currently in rehab, and we're wishing him all the best.
Really? He's in rehab?
He's in rehab.
No shit. So he's finally going to give up the dope.
Or
is it sex rehab?
Well, it's not sex rehab.
Okay. Yeah, rock star. You can never get enough sex.
Well, I mean, I know the guy smokes weed, but as far as other stuff, that's other people's business. But when someone does want to seek help and knows they may have a problem or an issue with something, I am the ultimate enabler. I will enable you to do drugs, and I will enable you to get clean from drugs.
Look, I mean, here's the thing. It's like I've got a very good friend of mine that I work with. And a couple of months ago, she decided to stop drinking. And I'm like, okay, cool. Go for it. And she goes, well, if you're going to be around, you can't drink too. And I'm like, now we have a problem.
Yeah, you can't.
You were the one that decided that you were not going to drink. Me, on the other hand, I never made that decision.
Right.
Well, so I should continue to drink heavily and then some to support her not drinking. Because there's people that work in that field that I have to support to make up for her not drinking so they can still have jobs.
If you're going to hang out with that person, find something else besides drinking that they like to do while you're hanging out with them.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, we're talking about going to the lake and going swimming and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, you can't come to my place and tell me I'm not allowed to drink. No.
Yeah, hey.
Don't work that way.
I don't drink that much, but I guarantee you I got at least 6 different kinds of whiskey and maybe some beer in the fridge.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting here right now, and again, I'm back to the battle of the bank account, right? And the battle of the bank account has not been a good battle on my end. It's a matter of trying to balance my books out. So I get to looking at a bunch of different stuff here last week, and I realize that I'm over $1,100 that the company still owes me in different expenses. And I explained why I didn't get that. I did not get that money because my immediate campus supervisor at that time did not give me what I needed to get my money back. Okay. So I turn everything in and they're like, oh, well, we'll see what happens. I'm like, no. There ain't no we'll see what happens. If I get denied, I call a fucking lawyer. That's what happens. Because the African-American woman and the Hispanic guy that got their money back, they got it back right away. I never got mine. Fuck you.
See, yeah, and that's something, well, I even before you said lawyer, I thought, that might not be something. Go brief on that.
And it was an African-American director of education that refused to give me everything I needed to get this in. Oh, but because I'm white. And yeah, in case anybody didn't notice, I'm fucking white. Hi, Adam.
Hey.
I thought you were one of the aliens.
I might have been. I tried to steal Joe Biden's brain, and I found nothing there.
You didn't even find chocolate chip ice cream?
No, I didn't even find chocolate chip ice cream. Damn it, I wanted to eat brains. Right there, Chris has already muted himself, finishing up everything on AsgardRadio.com, where the gods go to rock. And he's going, oh my God, TJ's lost his fucking mind. I will guarantee you, he's sitting there going, trust me, everybody, if you tune into Mayhem's Amigos tonight, you're in for a shock. TJ has lost his fucking mind. But dude, I'm blown away by this, right? It's been back and forth, trying to get my money that I spent to do my job, that I was promised to be reimbursed, and I'm not getting it back. Then I get sent home today. Blows my mind.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk to my people.
Why not?
I'm just fucking.
Oh, Tom says he hears that people losing their mind is going around. How's it going, Tom? Glad you're here. Good to see you, Puddin'.
Welcome to the show, Tom.
Right. Surprise edition of Mayhem's Amigos tonight, July 3rd, the day before our nation's independence, the celebration of our birthday. And the release day of Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, which I'm now watching for the second time. I loved it that much. It was very good. I give it 8 punches to Rage's sack.
You
That's
guys
mighty high praise.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Tom's even here. He's like, hey, it was a lot of fun. No, seriously, there was like old jokes from the old movies. There was new stuff. It was such a great setup how they did this one. This was what should have been the third movie.
Wait, what did they do?
They did everything and did it right.
The banana and the tailpipe?
No, they didn't get to the banana and the tailpipe, but they did get to Axel saying that they were the worst, that Taggart and Roseward were the worst surveillance team in the history of police work.
See, and I wish I could find the thing I watched the other day. It was like a old Hasbro or Mattel commercial from the 80s talking about the Axel Foley action figure. And they even
I'd
had
love the Axel Foley action figure. I would love to have
They said it was a fake ad, and I haven't found anything since. But there actually was one clip in the ad where they had a little action figure Axel Foley holding a banana, and the kid's other hand they had the cop car, and he's putting it in the tailpipe.
You know what you did not hear throughout the entire movie? There's one thing you did not hear that was iconic. You want to know what it was?
One thing you did not hear in the movie that was iconic for that.
I'm getting a severe echo. Who's got the echo?
I don't know. Is it me?
No, I think Chris got it.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think it was. One iconic thing out of the movie that was not in it. Do you know what it was?
What's that? Oh, he didn't do the laugh?
He did not do the laugh. He got rid of... Now, there was actually, I read an article about that. Okay. The laugh was his actual laugh. But he got tired of being made fun of over the laugh, right? And so he got rid of the laugh. He went like years without laughing just so he would not have that laugh. It was insane. I was surprised. I was very much beside myself that there was not one Axel Foley laugh. However, I did finally hear at the end of the movie my favorite 2 Axel Foley words.
What?
Trust me.
Trust me. Never
And he
trust
did
someone
finally
else to trust me.
And he did finally talk Taggart into being a cop again. So, no, the movie turned out great. I'm just very, very aggravated that I had to have a day not at work to enjoy the movie. I expect to watch it tonight after I got off work. And for all of those who have decided that me not being at work is a good idea, I urinate on you. But I have students that are there right now that they're like, oh man, thank God TJ wasn't here. TJ's an asshole. One might be listening right now and saying, TJ's a fucking asshole. I'm glad TJ was not here.
I was trying to sneak my way back into work. I straight up went in there and been like, I was like, hey, I heard you're sending my brother-in-law up to Wisconsin. Can I just hitch a ride, have him drop me off in Madison and pick me up on the way back? Huh?
So yeah, I'll be going.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would have been great with being at work. What was that, Adam?
It's like I'll be heading up to Wisconsin on Monday.
Yeah.
Is there a circle jerk convention going on?
No, picking up my fiance's kids.
Oh, see, I was hoping that maybe Rage would be your pivot. Or maybe you'd make Rage eat the cracker.
Want to run over to Dubuque? I will pick up my bike and deliver it.
I knew that was coming.
No.
No,
I'm sure there's other instructors that are at work too that they're like, oh my God. So, dude, all right. So you've got to go up to Wisconsin to go ahead and get your niece and your soon-to-be wife's kids, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here right now, and I'm relatively certain that I have fellow instructors and students that are going, oh, thank God TJ wasn't here. TJ's a fucking douche.
Wait, I thought she was already your wife.
No,
yeah,
no,
right?
The intent.
They just fuck like their husband and wife.
Check the group chat, see what else was going on. I'm not sure how much I can really say about that.
Let me read it real quick. I think I read the one you're talking about, and
that's why I was late.
Yeah, no. I get that. If you could keep it politically correct, then I would be willing to talk about it.
My 12-year-old was beat up by 4 neighborhood kids. They had an older sibling who was supposed to be watching over them, about 18 years old, who apparently was not there, and the mom is at work. So my ex-wife, their mom, my boy's mom, called the other kid's mom.
Right.
And the other kid's mom said that she was going to handle it and that she believed my oldest son. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
As the dad, I would have just...
Bear with me as I go hit the head.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going, Adam.
But, so, yeah, kind of frustrated in a spot where I'm not sure what I should do, other than the fact that my boys clearly are not safe in the neighborhood that they are in. And I told my ex-wife that if she's not going to call the cops this time, that if it were to ever happen again, to just call the police.
And that's the one you're going to pick up in Wisconsin?
No, those are my boys that I'm going to be picking up tomorrow around noon. Those are my sons.
Okay.
So they just live a half an hour from me. So yeah, I just found out about this maybe 5-10 minutes before the show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They had pushed my oldest son over and started kicking. My oldest son is 12 years old.
Well, no, so have you gone through the whole story now?
I
Pretty
honestly,
much.
I'd be taking my kid for self-defense classes or something tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a decision his mom gets to make. I don't get to make that decision.
So have you made it through the whole story? That was my question.
Yeah.
We got the gist
That
of
these
it.
were neighborhood African American kids.
We didn't
that
mention
assaulted
just
your
neighborhood kids.
I didn't mention the ethnicity to try and keep it PC.
Okay, so
Just
the
neighborhood.
first thing I think it's important that it is brought up, because the first thing I'm going to bring up, like, I have friends that are of different ethnicities.
If we're going to bring that up,
We
let
know
me
this.
just mention this. In that particular neighborhood, my ex-wife and my two sons are the only white people in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. You had to bear with me a second because we're opening the coach back up to get the AC running. Riley needed to clean up. He kind of smelled like a foot.
Yeah. Kids
And I don't want the stinky kid in
that
class.
way.
I mean, that's just wrong. It's on the way. Chill out. Or I'll eat you and send the bones back to your mom.
See, yeah, I mean,
I mean, I don't know if I should just make the call on behalf
I
of the son.
mean, part of it is this. All right. So how old are these kids? Let's start there.
Okay, so I don't know the ages specifically to these four boys that went after my son. I know they're all older and they're all bigger than my 12-year-old son.
Is this Tom makes a good point? Is this the first time this has happened?
As far as I know, it is.
Okay. Now, how old is your son?
My oldest son is 12 years old.
Okay. So we're talking someone the same age as my son, my youngest, and assaulted my older children of a different ethnicity.
Yeah.
You know where my mind goes right away.
Mm-hmm.
Win, lose, or draw. That sounds to me like a hate crime.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. And
well, I mean, you got to look at, what was the motivation behind it?
It doesn't. Was there?
You got to ask, was
That's
it just neighborhood kids picking on the weaker neighborhood kid, or was it you're living in the wrong neighborhood?
My ex-wife says that she's afraid to call the police because these four boys are all going to spin the same story, saying that my oldest son started it, but then they kind of finished it.
Right.
But I'm thinking to myself, if any of these four boys have a background of being violent, that's kind of going to get thrown out the window. I'm not suggesting they do. It's just a what if. No. So all I know is my son got hurt by these four boys. I want to be the dad and take care of it. But
I know how I would want to take care of it, but it's far from legal in Illinois.
Yeah.
And it might involve me urinating on somebody.
But so, ex-wife said she was going to trust the offending boy's mother to take care of it.
Check the chat box.
I just heard something go off here. Oh, wait, it might say that. Oh, no, it's you. Oh, looks like my food might be on the way. I was actually hungry, too. Yeah, I got to agree with Chris on this. Yeah, I absolutely have to agree with Chris on what he said in our private chat. And I'm going to leave it at that, okay?
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is if you take a look at what's going on in the world today, the world today has gone stupid. Like, flat stupid. Let me go this route. All right, we'll start here. Chris, you've known me for quite a few years now, right?
Yeah.
Have I ever made a judgment on anybody because of their orientation, identity, or ethnicity? Other than rage.
TJ, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Up until tonight, I would say no, but just kind of the way that you came at it, I thought, whoa, where's this coming from with TJ making a big deal about race?
I'm going to get to that here, okay? But up until tonight, you would say no, right?
Because you guys all know my opinion on racism. I don't believe in it. The only race I see is the human race, and we're all part of it. You want racism to stop? Quit fucking talking about it. Yeah, it happened. Exactly. It's history. It's in the past. Let's leave it there and learn from it.
Yeah. All right. So there's a reason I'm coming from it, okay? And it goes back to my expense report at work. We hired an African-American woman. She got her expense report in 30 minutes. Prior to me being hired in, it was a Hispanic male. He got his expense report in 20 minutes. I begged for my expense report for 7 fucking months, and I only got it this week. You're going to watch Beverly Hills Cop again because you said that. He keeps talking about this exploding kittens. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna turn it on again. Nope, fuck that.
Coming out the 12th. It's coming out in 11.
But yeah, Steve makes a good point. If no one had skin, we would all look alike. Absolutely.
I'm going to stick with the we all bleed red because, I mean, even if you take away the skin, some guys are a little bit bigger than other guys. And, we don't all look alike naked.
But what I'm getting at is for the first time in my life,
you're feeling.
I'm feeling unequal. I'm feeling like a lesser citizen. All right,
you're feeling the lasting effects that they said were going to happen. What was it? 30 years ago when they said affirmative action first started. They said it's going to. I believe, I can't remember who said, but when they started declaring affirmative action in the late 80s, early 90s, someone said this is going to lead to a race war. It's not going to happen right away, but eventually it's going to happen.
No, you're absolutely right.
And
but I mean, here's the thing, right? My end of this, where I'm at with it, today is a great example. That same Hispanic instructor had his child with him every day at work, or damn near. Nobody said a thing. I get caught as a single father, and I have to go to work. And I have no one to watch my child. So I bring him with me, and I get sent home. Fuck you.
Man, he's 12. When we were 12 years old, we were home all day. Actually, we were kicked out of the house all day.
His mother has me under a legal document that says I am not allowed, punishable by law, to leave him alone for anything over 2 hours at home.
Well, technically, with technology, video chat him every hour and a half. Hey,
can't
bud,
get
just
away
checking in through a
I
video
can't-
chat. Here we are.
I cannot get away with that.
No, because technically that's supervision.
Now, TJ, in Illinois, without that document that holds you down, it states that a child, as long as they are deemed mature enough, can stay at home.
Well, that's Texas.
Yeah, it's no longer an age requirement, as weird as that seems. I used to think it was 14, but now it's just whenever they're deemed mature enough. So my
Chat room, why don't you guys jump in? When was the earliest age you got left at home alone? I was left at home alone at 10.
They see, I had siblings. Like, I had a sibling that was younger than me, and I had two siblings older than me. So, you know, my age was kind of in the middle. So, and my oldest sibling in that equation is 4 years older than me. So,
all right. So Tom's in there. He says 11, maybe 12. Chris, what about you?
I'm thinking 9, maybe 10 with a brother that was a year older.
No, I'm saying alone.
Well, me and my brothers were always together.
yeah, I was never
Up until I was about 9 or 10 when I went to foster care and became Joe Dirt.
See, I was left at home alone. I mean, they'd take my younger brother and later my younger sister. But I'd be left at home alone quite a bit. No big deal. By the way, the last
I
words
guess
of the movie of the new Beverly Hills Cop were the two most famous words in the entire series. Trust me.
I can honestly say after I went to foster care, I was on my own quite often.
Right. But you get what I'm saying? It's like all right, so we were talking about my son flying down in November to go hunting with a very dear friend of mine. This friend wants to take Riley hunting for his first time. I'm so for it. First question out of her mouth. What about human trafficking? Really? Do you know how many safeguards are in place for him flying?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Wait, so there's a problem with him wanting to go hunting?
No, it's
There's a problem with there's not a problem with that. There's a problem with him flying alone.
according to his mom. Anyway.
Right. I'm like, he's got to get through safeguards and checkpoints and everything else to even get here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like fucking TSA fucking watches out for minors flying alone.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you don't have a clue. There's what, 3, 4 flight attendants around him at all times?
Right. And as long as his mom drops him off at the gate in the airport in Illinois and you pick him up at the gate in the airport in Texas.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's what, an hour and a half flight?
Yeah.
So he's not going to be alone for the 2 hours.
Exactly. And I'm like,
Exactly.
this is where I'm at.
So unless
Yeah,
it's
I mean, Tom says, is he going to take over the plane? I don't know. Well, I mean, this kid, he might.
not if there's a little cute girl on it, TJ.
I was going to say, he'll join the
That's
Mile
cool.
High Club before
That's
anything.
true. If you put a little cute girl on there, he's going to be trying to take over the little cute girl, like he did at the rodeo.
He's going to try to pop a cherry and join the Mile High Club at the same time.
I'm beginning to wonder if that has not already been done.
What, by him?
The library?
No, this is a library. Can you please be quiet?
No, it's my studio. I thought he said he popped his cherry in a library. I'm like, what?
Dad, I don't think you can read lips.
I heard library.
That is a place.
A minivan.
No, not a damn minivan.
No, that's where I lost mine.
Well, I mean, that's you.
It's a good place.
I'm hoping for everything we went through better for my son. But yeah, she's just like, oh my God, no, not there. It's human trafficking. Oh, I'm so afraid. And I'm going, really? Would you be afraid
they're
if
going to
a wiener
reroute
was
the
flying in
plane
your
down
face? I mean,
south of the border, fucking drop off all the kids, and then fly and then land in Texas?
yeah, right?
Yeah.
They're going to fly him all the way down there just to turn around and bring him all the way back.
I think the
Oh, and
traffickers
then the
would take
next
a look
thing
at
they're going
Riley
to
and be
do is
like,
wear
no,
thongs and cover
send
their
him back.
penises with rainbow sherbet. And then they're going to call themselves Lucky Charms. You know what? I mean, just with some of the strange ideas that she's got, if she wasn't married, I would try to set her up on a date with Steve. I really would.
Steve might be too good for her.
So
you've got a point. That yeah, you got a point there. What about Rage? Might be a way to get my money back.
I think we can all admit that Rage is in a pretty good situation for Rage.
Hillbilly Joe.
No, Steve's still too good for Hillbilly Joe.
Steve is too good for Hillbilly Joe. Oh my God.
Damn, Johnny always plays a good show. We had some fucking Ozzy, Motley Crue, now some fucking Kiss.
Any masturbation involved?
Well, Johnny Chadwick
Yeah.
is a good friend of mine from Germany.
Cool.
And he's the only DJ for Asgard that is pre-recorded, and I do this as a favor for him. Just because, and I always say, just because we can't get his ass off the red light district long enough to do a live show.
Right.
So
at least you're not trying to make me do that and say, just because we can't get TJ away from the lot lizards long enough.
So a few years back, you guys all met my best friend, Adam.
Yeah.
Fucking his brother, Doug, moved over to Germany.
I have my food arriving, so bear with me.
And so I told Johnny, hey, you know, my buddy Adam just so happens to be moving to Stuttgart, where you live. Fucking, I'll give you guys each other's contact information and let you guys meet up and show them around Stuttgart a little bit, you know? About a week later, Adam messaged me, emailed me, dude, I ain't ever going to meet nobody randomly that you send me off with. That got nuts. I said, dude, did he take you to the red light district? He's like, dude, he was trying to buy me all the girls I could get. Like, well, fuck.
Just trying to show you a good time. It's like that is a true friend.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. My friend Adam, he's not gay, but he kind of is the guy that don't just sleep with any girl. He wants it to have a relationship, and
He wants it to have
before he
meaning.
actually sleeps with the girl.
Okay.
Which I'd say, hey, power to you, dude. If that's the way you are.
Yeah.
Me personally, I fuck on the first date. Just ask my wife. But yeah, fucking Johnny's been a good friend of mine for a few years. He used to be on another radio station, and that got shut down. And I don't even remember how the fuck we met. I was doing interviews through something, and he hit me up a while back. Hey man, can I do a show for Asgard like I used to do on the other station? I'm like, yeah, hey, why not, dude? Yeah, I'll set you up with the software and the encoders. He's like, well, I'm used to pre-recording it and sending it in. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got a couple hours on Wednesday night. I can do that.
Yep.
Just sit here and push a button. Come back 2 hours later, push the same button.
Just make sure it's still running.
Yeah. One button to start the encoders, another button to stop the encoders. Or like today, my daughter is selling fireworks at a fireworks stand in Iowa. And she asked if I was live. I says, no, but shit, why not? If you're blasting us at the fireworks stand, I'll go live and hang out and play some tunes. Let you guys request some stuff.
Yep. It works.
Plus, I was sitting here anyways because, like I said earlier, and it's on the Asgard Facebook page. I think I got to still upload it to YouTube and Twitch. But earlier I was talking to Fight From Within, and they're going to be playing at Incarceration in Mansfield, Ohio, at the Ohio State Reformatory.
Okay.
So, pretty fucking badass. That's the third band we've talked to them, and the third band we've talked to that's playing Ink in the last couple of weeks. I was hoping to get one more Widow 7 before Incarceration, but it's like next week. So I know the 16th, I'm going to be talking to Lindy Gabriel from Gabriel and the Apocalypse, and they are playing at Rockfest in Cadett, Wisconsin. Along with Killacoy, Killer's Confession, Jelly Roll, Vince Neil's going to be there.
Nice.
Um,
I say Jelly Roll is kind of on a hot streak, no matter what genre he seems to be dipping into.
He is, and actually, I'm trying to contact his people because, like 8 years ago, before he was even anybody, when he was still playing the little guy stage at Blue Ridge Rock Festival, Slider interviewed him then. And then all of a sudden he blew up out of nowhere, and we're trying to get another interview. Like, hey, dude, we talked to you before when you were still nothing, and now you became something. So I bet it's been quite a fucking ride.
Yeah, it would encourage a lot of the like the underground bands or the local bands to see if you stick with it, you can blow up too, or at least you have a chance.
Well, and like the band I was talking to earlier, Fight From Within, I straight up told them, remember, everyone started somewhere as a local band. Back in 1995, before Slipknot was even a thing, Mick Thompson, Joey Jordison, Sean Crahan, they all had Corey Taylor. They all had various bands around Des Moines. And there was a club on Sundays called Pops, opened up for all ages. And when I was like 15, 16 years old, we'd run down to Des Moines on Sunday and fucking go see all the bands.
I feel it too. No, it's because you called me the F word.
Just saying, now-
When Slipknot was still a local band in Iowa, I was able to see them. And then a couple years
Yes,
later,
I do.
I saw them again at Ozfest.
I'm getting
God, I
told that
fucking-
my son will not call his son the F word. I'm like, bullshit.
God, I fucking miss Ozfest because a few years later at Ozfest 04, I met Slipknot at the FYI booth for a meet and greet, and I mentioned Pops then, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we remember that." I'd like to get them again now that they're fucking 25 years later, fucking known all over the world. Be like, "Hey, you guys remember playing Pops in Des Moines?"
Oh, there you go.
Well, heck, in Jelly Roll, whatever genre he
Yellow
feels like
Bowl.
he does. But I mean, he
DJ don't
does-
like Jelly Roll for some reason.
But I mean, he's doing collabs with. He took Falling in Reverse Country. What was that?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Look,
The
I'm going
song
to tell you why I don't like the guy.
So he took
The
Ron
fact of the matter
Bradley's
is,
Country.
the fact of the matter is every bit of music he does not sound like music. There is not anything that I have heard that he has done. If it was remotely good, it's overplayed. Otherwise, it's garbage.
Yeah, but the stuff that you're saying is overplayed. That's not Jelly Roll's fault. That's the stations that play it.
That's the media's fault, the industry's fault.
Yeah.
They're the ones that tell the stations, you have to play this, you have to play this. That's what I love about Asgard Radio. No one tells me what the fuck to play. You can make a request, and I'll think about getting around to it.
That's what I miss about being in the medias, in the actual media. When I was on the radio, you have to play this. Yeah, and I have to play the skin flute too, but you don't see me doing it on the air.
Well, and that's another thing I was talking to with Fight From Within. You know, it used to be we used to get media for all of these events, and we used to be able to go and sit in the media tent and just talk to the bands live right there. Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's all your terrestrial radio plus a few guys from Sirius XM that actually pay and throw a bunch of money at these people. And we don't get to interview no more. And he went through like his interview list of who's all going to be there. And he's like, dude, you're right. It is all terrestrial radio and
Yeah.
the few guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. That's just one thing. I'm not a fan of DWP events is that you're focusing on the smaller bands, but what about the media that pushes these smaller bands?
There was stuff on it.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. It's like the smaller bands. Look, every damn station that was out there, every rock station for sure,
I can't get it.
they always had a time and a night and a special show that was unsigned music. And it's not that way anymore.
No. Or they used to have, there was a station that used to do new album Fridays.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we do have restrictions where, we can do a band 3 songs in the row is the most we can do.
Right.
But like other than that, we're supposed to play. If we play a band, we can't play it for at least another hour, and all of them stupid rules we got to follow. But
Well, yeah,
at the
and I
same
mean that's
time-
all out there now, and that's the FCC making money.
And at the same time, though, I don't have some asshole telling me I got to play Ricky Martin's "Livin' La Vida Loca" every 45 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Living La Vida Loca, eat a bag of cacks.
Hey, I tell anyone that was my first start in radio was back in 1999 on holy shit. Oh, WJOD out of Marshalltown, Iowa. And it was pop music and Livin' La Vida Loca was the #1 song at the time, and we were required to
remember.
play it constantly. That and Mambo #5.
Yeah, my ex-brother-in-law during karaoke would do a version of that called Mambo 69.
Well,
Now that I
Yes.
could probably get into.
have you heard the Bill Clinton parody, Bimbo #5?
No, I haven't actually.
Yes, I have. And he must have been talking about Monica on that one.
Well, I think that's where it originated because he mentions a little bit of Monica.
But you know what I'm saying is, like, you go down the list, right? It blows me away. Just where terrestrial radio was at 20 years ago and now.
Well, I'll tell you people how it is. Unless you're a station like us at Asgard, it's just like the automotive industry. There's a big three.
Yeah.
That run the radio industry.
Like, listen, I tell
Cumulus.
you what, though,
Cumulus,
iHeart,
SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio.
and that's
but I
it.
bet any of those three aren't going to help the independent band if their van, breaks down on the side of the road or whatever.
Oh, I can send this show to any of those three. You're going to be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
So-
And there was a station down here looking for DJs, and I talked to them and I told them, I got connections in Chicago radio. I know how to use the Sam Pro software. I know how to use the Live DJ software. I'm familiar with all of it.
Sam
Well, do you have a
Pro.
certificate? No, but I have a demo. Handed them a cassette tape.
We don't
They-
have a way to play
honestly,
that cassette
they-
tape.
Did not know what to do with it.
What is this? What is this piece of ancient technology? I've got a digital demo. I have a digital demo. It's 8 minutes long. I cannot get a radio station one to look at me today.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's a very tight market. And unless
I'll
you
tell you what.
actually...
I'll give you a better one. If a station was to look at me and say, we will give you X time slot for 50 grand a year, I would dump my CDL and go back into it.
Good luck finding a station that'll pay you that much unless you're
And
syndicated.
that's exactly the point. No, the syndicated shows are still making a shitload of money.
The lowest paid syndicated show I think is $80,000 a year. I know Howard Stern makes 6 figures a year, but your local terrestrial WJOD radio station, KDAO, WKRP, fucking their DJs, they start out at like $32,000, $33,000 a year.
Right. And I mean, they've just dumped it right in the toilet.
And at one of the lowest paid welders in the nation, I still make more than that.
Right.
I would hope
And that's
so.
what I'm saying. I mean, my degree, as Chris and Adam are both well aware, and you guys may not be, my first degree is in broadcasting. It's doing this right here, what I'm doing right now. And the fact of the matter is I can't get paid what I'm worth.
Well, that's my problem. Is my experience is all on the job, and I'm pretty damn good welder, I've been told, but I don't have a little piece of paper that says
That you're a pretty damn good welder.
yeah.
Even if you did, no one would accept it because it's not a degree or certificate or
Right.
anything like
Well,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like a certificate from a or a degree or something. I don't have that little piece of paper that says I went to school to learn this stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
give me a $750,000 a year budget. I have to make my salary out of that, and I got to hire up a team. I would even hire Steve. And I would hire Steve just to shit himself every day in the studio and gag everybody out. No announce time, just do it. Shit yourself. But that kind of broadcasting is even dead now. What we do, what I did, what I was trained to do, how good I am at it, it's gone. It's all gone. And who do we have to thank for that? Joe Biden. No, you can't say anything that might hurt somebody's feelings. I haven't found the chocolate ice cream in my ear today. I mean, I'm sorry. If anybody's offended by that, tough shit. There was a point in time, and Chris will back me up with this. There was a point in time back in the 90s. It didn't matter what you had for a disability. It didn't matter what was going on. If you were good at what you did, you had a fucking job. They found a way to make it work. Your ethnicity did not matter. Your identification did not matter. Your orientation did not matter. Are you good at what you do? You have a job, right?
Yeah.
It's not that way anymore. Have you guys noticed that?
I have.
Play. Yeah. I mean,
I have
even
literally...
me being disabled, I've seen that.
Yeah, I have literally been told at work that if they had a certain type of individual to hire, despite experience, that individual would have been hired over me. And then I need to be thankful for my job.
Can I eat my 5?
Yes.
Probably because they could hire them for less money than what they hired you at.
Oh, no.
As well as
Just,
things
no,
like from
just
that.
because they meet equal opportunity standards.
Yeah.
And I don't. Literally.
Yeah. I wish it was just, if you have the skills, great, you're the highest qualified candidate for this job. We want you on our team.
Equal opportunity means everybody has a chance. Everybody.
Not
Doesn't matter
everyone
if
gets a
you're-
trophy, but everyone gets a chance to get that trophy.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter your
Fucking participation.
identification, orientation, ability, disability. It doesn't matter. Ethnicity, it does not matter. Are you qualified? Can you do it? You have a chance. And our government has bastardized the concept of equal opportunity to such a point that I would rather slap my penis into a broken fucking sliding door than deal with the bullshit that's out there today. Please, Chris.
So, y'all know I was on workman's comp, and now I while out on workman's comp, I actually got laid off from my job.
Yes.
Yes.
And for some reason, when I was at work, I was one of the hardest working, always busiest people. at
While
the
you're
job.
talking, I am going to, I will be right back.
But for some reason, I got the cut for, being laid off. But another kid with less experience, less knowledge, and less let's say worth ethnic for lack of better term, got to keep his job and not get laid off. And I think it was partly due to nepotism.
Really?
Because I heard that he was on the cut list and his dad works there and his dad threw a fit and the kid got to stay on the cut list. Now, my
So
brother-in-law
he-
works there. My brother-in-law actually, referred me to get the job there. And I actually tried for 3 years to get the job there. And I'd been there for 2 years. But at the same time, he said, if they don't keep you around, that's on you. If they lay you off, he said, I stuck my neck out to get you the job. We're going to help you, at the job. But I mean, I don't want there to be no hard feelings if you get let go or laid off. I'm like, there won't be.
Yeah.
I don't need no one to, try to stick their neck out and throw a fit if I get laid off or terminated. I just personally like my work ethic to show for itself, which I guess was my mistake because I'd see a group of guys standing around talking with the new owners and bullshitting with them. And I always said, hey, I ain't got time to bullshit.
Yeah.
I got time to get my ass to work and find something to do.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
But apparently that's not the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently,
If somebody disagrees with me, tell me. I mean, please tell me where I'm wrong.
well, apparently because I'd rather work while I'm at work and not sit around and try to have a good time and waste money. And I mean, that makes me an asshole.
Kind of like you're just trying to get the money, or you're just trying to get the company more money
Well,
and make
one
yourself
guy,
more valuable that way. Instead
one
of being
guy actually tried to tell me that I walk around the shop like I got a chip on my shoulder. I says, the only chip on my shoulder is the crumbs from the Doritos I must have missed out on. Because when I'm here to work. I'm not here to socialize and be buddy. I'm here to work. They're paying me to fucking work. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds
I'll be
like
straightforward
what
about it.
you're supposed to do to me.
Let me go with this analogy. If I owned a golf course and I needed a greenskeeper, and a groundskeeper, okay?
Okay.
And I had a choice between a gay 22-year-old that wants $45 an hour to do it, or I could hire Steve, an overweight disabled pothead that would take care of my golf course for $20 an hour. Me personally, I'm going to hire Steve.
I would hire Steve too.
Yeah.
I'm going to hire Steve for two reasons. One, he's got experience that he can verify.
Yeah.
And number two, at least one of my fairways is going to be growing pot.
So
mean,
neither
it's gonna
one is
happen.
the fact that he costs
Right.
half, like over half or less than half the price of the other. Even though he has all the experience.
Now, here's the thing. Is the way the world works today, the company that owns the golf course would look at me and say, hire the gay man that's half the age that wants $45 an hour. Why? He's got no experience. And you want to pay him more than paying the guy that's got experience and would actually grow me good weed? Yep. Why? Well, because he's gay.
EOE.
And that's the facts. Oh, no, now wait. Gay and African American? Oh no, they're even
Well,
higher above.
In your equation, though, Steve is disabled. He qualifies as part of equal opportunity.
Yeah.
So you have gay versus disabled.
Yeah, but they'd take gay over disabled. Because Steve is Caucasian.
Well, you didn't say what race.
Oh, but we're gonna go a step further.
Okay.
African American gay individual, disabled Caucasian individual.
Hey, if you come at me telling me you need a job and it's equal opportunity employment because you're gay, I'm going to be like the fucking recruiting agent and in the army now and get your buddy over here and prove it.
Right? Drop to your knees.
I ain't going that far, but get your buddy and prove it.
Right. Okay, let's go to the next step. Steve, disabled Caucasian male. Let's say this candidate is a gay African American female.
Hey, you know what? Either way, I'm putting you out in the sun for 10 hours, giving you 2 bottles of water, and I don't want to see you until quitting time. And after quitting time, I'm going to go check your work. And then we'll see who has a job tomorrow. And I will give everyone the same chance.
Well, what if I pee in the number 3 tee box?
You're fired. You pissed on my golf.
Fire me. Fuck
asshole.
you. You're only giving me 2 bottles of water in Texas sun. I'm going to piss all over that son of a bitch.
I might give you 3.
Anyway.
2 in a Gatorade. Shut the fuck up.
The point is, that's where it's gone. That's where we're at.
And it's bullshit because fucking, I swear to God, I when I worked in Oklahoma, they sent us to a field in Kansas, and I swear to God, I worked until I had a stroke that day.
Right.
Fuck these.
I mean, the other thing is, like, let's look at this for a minute, okay? Let's be very honest about it. Do you know how many jobs I've been turned down for people with less qualifications because of how they identify and what their orientation is and everything else? Do you honestly know?
Well, the only reason I ever got a job in the auto shop down here is because I know old school engines.
Yeah.
When I start working on this new stuff with computers and all that other crap, I'm sorry, I'm done. Give me an 85 Chevy. Give me a 351 Windsor. Give me an old school Chrysler 400. I'll fucking take it apart and put it back together while taking a nap.
Yeah.
But this new shit that's got all these computers and stuff, nope.
And then I get told, oh, you can't be too hard on students.
Apparently you weren't in Sister Mary Teresa's class.
Yeah, my knuckles were, though. Good God, that ruler with rice hurt. And I'm going, we have anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks to get these guys ready to graduate, right?
Right.
3 to 5 weeks. Tell me, mollycoddling them and holding their hands, is that a good idea?
No.
No.
Fucking let them live and learn.
Oh, mind you, after they're done, we are going to turn them loose with the authority and the ability to operate one of the most deadly pieces of equipment on the highway today. With my name on the line. Is that intelligent?
Depends on whose point of view you're talking about. If you're talking about the accountant for the college at which you are at, then bringing in as much money and shipping them out as fast as possible to get more, that would be intelligent to the accountant. Not to society, leaving these reckless people to go through the class really quick, real easy. That doesn't help any drivers.
Right.
So
Exactly.
these are college age kids going to CDL classes to try to get into the trucking industry. Am I right?
Correct.
And you're required to be nice to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fucking oxymoron if I ever heard one.
Exactly.
They have feelings that might get hurt.
Chris,
I'll tell you what.
You worked at that Lorenzo Road gas station for how long?
I was there for probably 2 years, maybe.
Me and my fellow drivers, when we ran into each other in that building, what happened?
Well, there was usually a good time.
Was there anything ever that was nice said?
Oh, fuck no.
There you go.
And I'll be honest with you, there was a few times I actually flipped the fuck out on drivers. The first time, it was a really, really windy day. So I locked the one side of the door. The other side could still open and put a note. Use this door and pointed at it.
I remember that.
Saw a driver. He come up and he pulled on the door. Didn't open. Pulled on the door. Didn't open. He left. I didn't think nothing of it. A couple minutes later, I hear something behind me, and that fucker walked around the building, came in the back door that I had opened. Fucking I jumped. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Get your door. That door is not locked. The other time, and he said he didn't speak English. How the fuck do you read the signs? I see the colors. Nah, fuck. The green sign's going to tell you to go to Albuquerque or Dallas. How you going to read it?
I think I did that once just to fuck with you.
Now, then there was another one. And I had to do the charges, the comm datas.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And for the most part, they were really fucking easy. All the drivers that, most of the drivers that did their comm datas had all their information ready when they came in. Just slapped the info down on the counter. I punched it in the machine, scanned the card, bam, we're done.
Right.
I come in one day, and this guy, he comes up, and I got comm data. I said, cool.
He had comm
awesome.
data?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. How did he get the data from his comm?
He had comm data.
Oh, comm data.
I said, cool. Awesome. We'll get you charged up here. What's your number? Okay. What's your driver number?
Wait. So he had comm data and then his number was gay?
He says, no comprende English. I said, you're fucking with me, right? All right. Employee numero. Truck numero. Get to the point where I need some information off his dashboard.
Right.
I said, what's your mileage? Eh? What's your mileage? How many
he
miles
said
are
gay
on your
again.
truck? He didn't understand what I was saying. All right, let's go out to your truck. So I go out, Climb up in the driver's seat of his truck. He's standing right there. I said, I need to know your mileage. I need to know where you're at. I need to know where you're going. I need to know this. And since you don't know any of that, I'm taking your truck and put it in gear and started heading towards the parking spot. He starts freaking out. No, 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 you can't take my truck. Oh, you speak
Oh,
English
now you speak fucking English.
Yeah, now you speak. Just fucking gas and get the hell out of here. Next time, go across the road to Pilot. I ain't dealing with this shit.
Oh, God, that's great. Oh, hello, titties. I mean, of course, Riley pops up right then. What, titties?
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I want a meerkat here.
Oh, I'm watching Dexter. It's the little British gal. Her titties are hanging out.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm good with that. What?
Is this what it feels like to like women?
Really?
I'm joking.
Wow. And he goes, is this what it feels like to like women? I'm like, do I need to throw you out of my coach?
No.
And take your Xbox with you,
So,
but not my TV.
Steve, I have a plan.
You have a plan for Steve.
I have a plan. Steve wants to challenge me to a smoke out. I want to
Man,
challenge
you
a
guys been
guy
going
named
back and forth with this for a month.
I want to challenge a guy named Stoner Gump. I found out how to contact Stoner Gump. So I think we need to meet up at the Black Light Tattoo Parlor in Joplin, Missouri, and contact Stoner Gump and sit down and chill with that motherfucker.
I'll stay in Texas.
Yep. I'll stay right here. I'm guessing. you're
Adam
probably
can
gonna-
go watch you guys, but I'll stay in Texas.
I
No,
straight up said I'll teach both of you guys how to play astronaut.
Steve will
Been
probably
there,
need
done
to-
that.
His truck got broke down again. Or something. I don't know. Seems to be a pattern.
I know, right? Every time Steve gets challenged to something, he's always had a problem with his vehicle.
Yeah, my track's broke. I can't make it.
Or he's got a
Wow.
problem with his dong. Oh, guys. So I wanted to say as kind of a wrap up tonight, because I wanted to make it a short one. Hey, surprise, we're here. And thank you for allowing me to bitch and vent and us to kind of touch on a couple of light subjects. But first of all, I hope everybody has a safe and enjoyable Independence Day weekend. Remember why we have our independence?
Because a bunch of aristocratic white guys didn't want to pay their fucking taxes.
I like them.
2% taxes. We're now up to how much percent taxes, and we're all
Yeah,
just
no shit.
face deep in our electronic devices, people.
Do you know you give up over 50% of your money for taxes?
No. I will start an insurrection before that.
It's because our money
Damn
gets
close.
taxed,
Income
and then
tax,
there's
property
tax on people
tax.
that get
I will beg and plead for the secession of Texas.
Your wing shooter. What sauce do you want?
I'll get it. Don't worry about it. But I want everybody to have a great, safe, happy Independence Day.
I did learn something about Texas.
Oh, what is that?
When Texas did end, Texas is the only state that willingly entered the Union of the United States. And when they entered the Union, there is a clause that states Texas is able to separate and break itself into 13 different territories.
That is correct.
So that's your nightly Texas trivia for y'all who care.
That's my Texas prayer.
And I don't think you people understand, if we lose Texas, how much economy the United States really loses.
Oh, please enlighten him.
Let's say about a little over half of the oil
TJ.
produced in the United States comes out of Texas.
What was that, Adam?
I saw that.
One
You
of
saw what?
Yeah, you put
one of the
title up.
largest
Do what now?
Go
one
ahead.
of the largest ports is in Texas.
Port of Houston.
So with those two industries alone, Texas does a good job for America's economy.
Let me give you another little tidbit that you can verify. The state of Texas has the 9th largest gross domestic product income in the world.
I can see that.
In the world. Why do you think funky Joe Biden is trying to prevent us from secession?
I mean, granted, you ain't no Dubai. I swear.
But we
dude,
got
the
enough
other
to
day,
sustain.
I was watching a thing on rich people who buy ridiculous shit. And this guy over in Dubai actually has a solid 24 karat gold t-shirt.
I want a solid 24 karat. I want a solid 24 karat gold toilet.
Kid Rock has one.
And I only want it because I want to poop in it.
Kid Rock is building a replica of the White House. He's finally moving out of his double wide.
Really?
Yep. The only motherfucker, well, he's probably ain't the only one, but he lives in a camouflage. He lives in the nicest camouflage double wide in America.
Right.
But he is almost complete building his replica of the White House. And it's only a 2-bedroom house. The rest of it's for partying.
Damn. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut it down a little bit tonight. With that being said, and I'm gonna go to Adam the Peon. Your final thoughts tonight?
Because I saw that. But
It is your title now.
Yeah, it was on an evening where I really didn't want to have the title up. That's
Look,
why
even Marvin gave you your own story. Do I need to replay it?
No, that's okay.
I mean,
It's
you
been-
are the cause of the Penguin Massacre.
Yeah. Down at Shady Acres or whatever it's called now.
Yeah, right. I mean, God.
No, just stay safe this 4th. Make sure you start with all the fingers and maintain all of them. Keep your 10 fingers or however many you start with, whether it's 9 or, start and end with the same number of fingers. That's all I'm saying. Support local arts, whether that's music, with what Chris is doing, or it's just arts in general, your local restaurants, all of it.
Your local teenager with a can of spray paint, he's an artist.
I don't know if I'm supporting that.
Yeah. I'm definitely not buying him a can of spray paint. But
Right.
Honestly, I straight up said, because my nephew, he got in trouble for spray painting something. I says, dude, that's what you want to do, man. I will buy you plywood and just let you spray paint it all day long.
There you go.
yeah.
Chronic Chris, your final thoughts tonight.
Well, like Adam said, make sure you end the weekend with all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Be nice with the Roman candles. Always support live music, festivals. Fuck yeah. If you see someone fall down, help that motherfucker up, whether in life or at the festival. Always be nice to other people. That's all I got.
Well, everybody, as we make our way into another holiday weekend, I hope everybody has a great time. Please end with yourself in one piece. And of course, if you get the opportunity this weekend, don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. In the meantime, Sunday night, we will be back at regular time, 6 p.m. And we will see you then. I'm TJ. That is my broadcast partner, Chronic Chris. That is the peon Adam. And this has been a surprise edition of Mayhem's Amigos. We will see you on Sunday night. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.